While both sides are responding to this issue, no one from San Clemente High School took part in this morning's news conference, but leaders from San Diego felt it was important to drive up here to get their message across that they don't tolerate racism of any form, especially in 2019.
We are not just disappointed. I'm hurt by what happened on Friday night.
San Diego community leaders stood outside San Clemente High School Monday to voice their concerns over racist slurs allegedly hurled at Lincoln High School fans and students during Friday night's varsity football game.
Alumni and parents were called the N-word multiple times. Cheerleaders who went to the restroom were called dogs, were asked where were their leashes, and were told that they would be dog walked.
Erin Meekglass-Blake with Generation Justice says the comments came from people on the San Clemente side. She claims when staff and students complained asking for more security, nothing was done.
When a staff from Lincoln found a staff member from San Clemente, they told them what was happening, and the staff member looked the other staff member in the face and said, "You have a problem with that?"
The comments reportedly so disturbing, Lincoln cheerleaders left early. Lincoln lost 29-0. Coach Daniel Smith says while he and his players never experienced anything on the field, he knew something was wrong after noticing both the squad as well as some fans were gone.
We were upset to find out what was going on in the stands.
Regarding the alleged incidents, at this point, no cell phone video has surfaced. That's left some asking questions about the claims, including San Clemente parent Brian O'Donnell.
This is the furthest thing from a racist community. There's no proof.
Both schools have launched investigations. In a letter to Lincoln High's principal, San Clemente principal Chris Carter wrote in part, "We do not condone racist speech or actions at our school, and we unreservedly condemn hateful rhetoric that targets any person or group." Meanwhile, Lincoln's principal Stephanie Brown said in a letter addressed to parents, early information also seems to show our students responded to the racist taunts with the maturity and restraint we would expect. They reported it to school leaders, and together we are taking action. While principals from both schools have been in contact, the leaders out here today say they want to meet with San Clemente administrators sometime in the near future. Back to you.
All right, Shannon, thank you. Now, today, Lincoln High School students were back in class for the first time since that incident.
They say they were absolutely devastated to learn about the alleged racial slurs. News 8's Brandon Lewis joins us now live from Lincoln Park campus with student reaction. Brandon?
And as you can imagine, this was the buzz around campus today. Many students saying that this is simply inappropriate, but they're also coming together to say they are one family here at Lincoln.
Like, it's 2019, like, they shouldn't be judging people by that, like that.
Students at Lincoln High are shocked to learn how some of their classmates claimed they were treated at Friday's football game in San Clemente.
Just because we went over there and the color of people's skins, they called us names. Like,
that shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
We're all equal, we're all the same.
Lincoln parent Jeanette O'Brien tweeted, San Clemente fans came to the visitor side and used racial slurs, including the N-word. Unbelievable. People talk about Lincoln, but you need to teach these kids about racial equality and respect, unquote. Student Lillian Mixon posted she was heckled with racial slurs in the stands by both kids and adults, saying, quote, I know I shouldn't take everything so personally, but they went from heckling all of us to calling me out by name directly to my face. I have never felt so bad about myself, unquote. Other Lincoln parents voiced their support for her.
Those are people that are ignorant. Don't worry about them. You know who you are and what you are, and be proud of what you are, and you'll be great.
The cheerleaders left the game early, earning praise from Lincoln's principal, who called their handling of the situation mature. Both Lincoln and San Clemente are investigating the allegations.
I think it's just something that goes on too often, you know, kids' opinion, but a lot of it is due to their upbringing as far as I'm concerned. But a lot of the time, I've grown up with it my whole life, but I learned to ignore ignorance because that's what it mainly is.
It's so messed up.
Yeah, it is. It's like devastating how they just like think they could put us down like that.
Friday's game is still the talk of school Monday, with these students giving this advice to those who made the supposed remarks in San Clemente.
Grow up.
Yeah, grow up. Stop being immature.